Hello, Cinema Spotlighters. Jake here. We had to take a short break from our scheduled programming, so we're incredibly sorry for that, but I thought I might put together something just a wee bit special. So it's become apparent in our last several episodes of Cinema Spotlight that I can be quite negative at times.
I detested the film.
I hate this movie.
This film is embarrassing.
Oh my God, I'm lost for words, viewers, because this is a barbaric film in every aspect of it.
So I thought I'd actually do something a bit different. As a filmmaker, you have to have inspiration. You learn from the bad, what not to do and how to develop better, but you also, of course, learn from the great. And I work mainly in short films because I have no money. So I'm going to talk about my 4 favorite short films and why they really speak to me. When I was growing up, I started filmmaking when I was about 13, and we made ridiculous sci-fi and over-the-top nonsense, and I didn't really see film as anything more than entertainment. Entertainment I wanted to dedicate my entire life to, but still just entertainment. However, that was until I stumbled across my first pick of this little video. I went to school in a town called Bury, up north, and in Bury Art Gallery, I was just wandering around one day after school, and they had this little booth that was showing artistic film. And I stumbled in and I saw this film, August 2008, by Ray DiMartino. The synapses of my brain were shocked with electric fury and seismic change, because there was this little film so bizarre, so surreal, yet elegant and beautiful, and 2 people stood on a staircase singing this hypnotic tune, just reciting the news headlines of August 2008, the major headlines, shot on 16mm and with this beautiful dying sunset cascading over the 2 leads. It fills me with warmth. It's like a hot bowl of soup and a nice sandwich. It's like a cup of tea to me. As a filmmaker, as a creative, this one film just connected with me on a spiritual level. I felt so moved as not just a filmmaker but a musician. This really simplistic music, but it sang so much to me. I really can't explain it beyond just the feeling it evoked. Some short films can really tell the most perfectly crafted story, but I feel the ones that really resonate with me, and you'll see in this list, are the ones that really get the mood and emotion right. One that can really highlight and strike something in you and changes you and makes you feel in just a short matter of minutes. And I think that's wizardry, that's magical, and that's why short film, it's such a fabulous medium, and I love this film.
Algeria suffered its worst militant attack this year, a suicide bombing at a police school has killed 43 people and wounded another.
Now we move on to one of the more unsettling movies, a short film called The Black Tower, directed by John Smith in 1987. Now this film is incredibly special because it's a form of horror that I never thought truly existed before, which is architectural horror. This film does an incredible job at crafting great suspense and great looming dread, a sense of not being able to run from an inevitable and bleak destiny. The film is very avant-garde. It uses a lot of cuts to black and still images of the titular Black Tower, a building that seems to haunt our protagonist. Our protagonist is only heard, never truly seen except in small fragmented cuts. But the voice is dry and relatively dull and lives a mundane life, just goes through, walking through life like anybody would, yet is stalked by a building. It sounds ridiculous, but watching it, you feel the sense of dread. There is a sadness, a darkness throughout it, and it is unbelievably effective. What draws me to this film is almost a strange sense of envy. I would love, as a creator, to capture a similar sense of fear, of underlying fear, of growing fear. The genuine terror of the lone and slightly comedic image of the Black Tower. It's enviable in how perfect it is, and I truly recommend it. Well, what to say about my next pick? It's sort of in the same vein as The Black Tower. Films that really evoke a great sense of existential dread or existentialism. Short film gets away with surrealism a bit more because you're not stuck in it. And Sam Brewster's No Ball Games is one of the finest new short films I've seen in a long time. I caught it at the 2023 Straight 8 competition. I was lucky enough to be in one of the successful films. I was absolutely gobsmacked when I saw this film. Absolutely flawless, from production design to score to framing to everything. It shows that Sam Brewster has an absolute canyon of talent. I would be lucky to create something as good, let alone on shoddy old film from decades prior on unreliable equipment. It's a testament to what you can do with just a great idea. Now, I don't want to sound dramatic when I say this, but my final short film of this video is the greatest thing ever put on screen. I came across The Burden by Nikki Lindroth von Bahr during lockdown. But I came across this film. It was on Amazon Prime at the time, and this was the first time since August 2008 I felt such a palpable shift in my very being. It had everything that August 2008 had. Music that was bizarre, was somewhat discordant, inhuman. Yet the story it was telling, though it was portrayed through beautifully animated anthropomorphic animals speaking in Swedish, I resonated with it. These poor creatures feeling such deep, isolated pain at the time in 2020 when I first watched it. It couldn't have been more right for the moment. And the music, God, what an incredible feat. How to cross the line of suspended reality, but also sheer, brutal realism. I am forever grateful for stumbling across this movie. I will make a claim that it is one of the greatest I have ever seen. The animation, spectacular. The mood it sets, the understanding of human pain, it's so mature. I am seriously in awe when the burden is lifted from my shoulders. It's beautiful. Genuinely beautiful.